from this angle compared to from above. Whilst living with your head in the clouds can be seen as a rather unkind phrase, for award-winning photographer Gerhard Launer, it means he can capture the stunning views that are normally only visible to the birds. Launer's love of looking down on the world means he often takes to the skies to capture unique images of his native Germany.
This is Germany. The symmetry of the container harbor in Hamburg, as photographed by Gerhard Launer. In the summer months, the aerial photographer takes to the skies in his Cessna every day, often for 8 hours at a time. And he depicts the landscape as it can only be seen from above.
I have the opportunity to see things from a perspective that most people never have. And I see some things differently to the way I imagine they'd be from the ground.
The preparations begin with the mounting of the camera at Launer's flight base at Würzburg Airport. He's already clocked up more than 14,000 flying hours. He doesn't only take the pictures, he pilots the plane as well.
I have a particular idea about how I want to take a photo. I used to take a pilot with me, but the pilot didn't do what I wanted. So I flew the plane and took a photographer with me. But it was the same problem, so at some point I decided to go it alone.
He positions the plane in the exact spot from which he wants to take the photo. That requires maneuvers some find hard to stomach.
A couple of times I've taken someone with me and then realized they weren't feeling too good, so I had to land, although I didn't want to. That's why I almost always fly alone.
Launer has received several awards for his photographs. His jaunts have taken him all across Germany, from the North Sea, where he snapped seals resting in the sand, to Saxony and to the Bavarian Alps.
I have got to know a large number of countries. I used to do a lot of travel photography. I have been to every corner of the globe, and I have to say Germany is so fascinating that I decided to specialize, and I try to show the best of what it has to offer.
Launer studied graphic design, which is where he developed an eye for the structural aspects of landscapes. And although he can see for hundreds of kilometers from the sky, he also captures tiny details on film.
It's hard to believe the works of art some farmers create without even knowing it. Tractors create works of art whenever they turn, and it's incredible, because if someone set out and tried to do it, they probably wouldn't manage it.
In urban settings, it is the architecture and the structures that appeal to Gerhard Launer. The city of Mannheim in Baden-Württemberg is very clearly laid out, as is the quaint town of Freudenberg in North Rhine-Westphalia. The photographer also loves big cities like Berlin with its television tower. Even after 35 years in the sky, Launer is still fascinated by the appearance of simple things, like this sports field down below.
Sometimes it's so exciting, sometimes it's simply very calming. Especially when I've had a long aerial shoot day and I'm on my way home at a great height, because I always try to fly as high as I can.